Hello, is this thing on? Hello? 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 Hopefully I've pressed the right buttons and this is actually working now. I've been playing around, I've got a new setup, so I've actually got a screen over there with the chat on it, but I couldn't get the proper chat to be working like, you know, full screen. But I'm hoping I can soon, next time, so keep an eye, and you know, I know you can't see it, but it saves me having to turn around to see the chat. So I'm thinking that that's going to be the live chat that I can actually see. Hopefully you can see me and hear me. I should be here. Hello. If someone can shout at me in chat and say that you can hear me, that would be lovely, because you know, otherwise it means having to turn the volume up on other things and make sure other things work. This is the late show of the Warhammer Sundays, which Fox does, the, you know, the daytime show, as it were. And I'm about to finish off or not finish off this time, but I will be doing more of this Dark Elder Raider. Yeah, that's what I'm here for today. I've got several other bits that I've been doing. I'm going to pause the video because otherwise it's going to confuse the hell out of me trying to watch delayed what I'm doing live. But hopefully nobody said they can hear me, but nobody said they can't hear me either. So I'm taking that as a good sign. It might be that there's more of a delay than I thought there was, and you haven't actually heard me ask yet. Or if it's not working, you won't ever hear me ask, but oh well, we'll get there. Right. Yes, so this evening, I'm continuing this. From last week, I've just pushed those on to keep me in one place. I've done some detail work. I've touched up the silver and the gold around here and on there, and the red on there. What else did I do? I've put some red bits on the people and put the little bone bit through the skirt thing. So that's, yeah, it's getting there. I did the silver bits on there, the little, I decided to have little silver metallic clips holding those in because there was something moulded on there that looked like that. So I put those on. They are basically painted. They'll need a little bit of weathering before they get hung on wherever. So I'll move them out of the way. My pilot bloke fell off. He's got a couple of bones on his skirt thing as well. The plan today, I still need to do some more bit on the knife thing, and the unusual alien type skulls I need to do in an unusual alien type skull colour. But I've given another coat of the normal skulls as well, so they're good to go. I think today they're actually finished, so I'll move them out of the way as well. The flag and the sail need work. Today I'm mainly going to be thinking about the guns. Although first up I'm going to get these glued on. So let's have a look. I noticed that John was in earlier, so hello. And we have Fox himself, the model making guru's in briefly before he does his premiere at where are we? 9 o'clock. So I'm going to finish this stream just before 9 o'clock, so I can go and heckle him on his channel because he's doing it on mine. So you know, it's only fair. Right, so we've got Dad's in, Mike Mountain, the Orc Boys, Darren Stride. I think I've just scrolled through a few, so I might have missed you. If I missed you, I apologise. RLE82's in, saying he can hear me. Woohoo! Paul Chaplin says loud and clear. Model Making Guru says, Gross Models, do you have all the correct colours for bone? I can remind you. It's the only one that he knows, apparently. No, I don't. I've got Screaming Skull, which is the one that I used. I just slapped it on. I haven't done shades and everything else. He's told me I've got to learn how to do shades and things properly. So I have been watching the Duncan himself on Warhammer TV and watching about shades and things, and I will be, something else is coming in the works. Once I've finished this, I'll progress on to something else and do it all properly, so hopefully it'll be good. Mike's asking Fox if he enjoyed the roast. Yeah, because Fox's earlier afternoon stream, he got roast dinner delivered by his neighbours. He did. He enjoyed it with every mouth on his face. Right, so the guys and guys need more work. I need a bit of gold highlights on them, but I'm not sure exactly how much and where to put that. I'm going to have a think about that. There's a few little sharp bladey things that are obviously going to have to be done in steel as well. Oh, the other thing I did do off camera was tidied up the hooks. They've all got hooks, like this guy that's quite excited about his hook. So it's the silver hook and reel and the gold chain. So they've all got little bits of gold chain and silver hook and reel. So I'm going to put these on. If I remember correctly from the instructions, this one goes on this side between those two, which I still need to paint that skull in as well. And the other one goes the other side. So I'm just going to use a blob of extra thin just up in the tops of those. Get the right one and get that touched in there, so it's hanging from the things. Oh, I did do the silver on that. I thought I didn't, but yeah, did the silver on that as well. Right, Fox is saying Zandri Dust, Reichland Flesh Shade, Ushabti Bone, Screaming Skull. That's the recipe that he knows for making skulls. Is it just skulls or bone? Bone. There you go. Not scramming skull. Yeah, it's screaming skull. I knew what you meant. I wasn't going to mention it, but as you mentioned it, then that's fine. So let's get this one on the other side, which goes on the front three. No, must be. It's the front three, but it's that way round. So just get a touch on all three of them. And that will just hang there. Cool. I obviously need to work on something with this iPad because it keeps turning itself off if I don't touch it. It's a very old iPad that I've stolen and pressed into use as a second screen here. Rustin Custom Models just come in, said hi Chris, and Mike said hi Rustin, thank you. RLE82 has a simple question apparently. When attaching parts to cocktail sticks, what glue do you use? I don't. I don't glue things to cocktail sticks. Like these that I've been painting on the Star Wars tank. I use blue tack. Blob of blue tack where it's not going to be painted, or if you have to move it, and get that on the end of the cocktail stick and just stick that on there. So I haven't had occasion to use glue. If I was going to, then it'd be a normal PVE glue, I should think, white glue, Elmer's glue, that will just easily be broken off, peeled off if you need it to be. And yeah, that'll do that, I should think. But I use, as I say, blue tack does the job. Alright, let me get these bits out of the way because I'm not going to be doing them today. I like to keep things nice and tidy. So it's the guns that I'm working on today. Which I'm going to be doing in gunmetal, because, you know, they're guns and you sort of have to. Now, as ever, I haven't planned anything or got anything ready, but conveniently, I do have gunmetal here. So, there you go. I've got gunmetal, and I've got a plastic palette. I'm not using a wet palette on this because you don't need to. It's designed for an airbrush, so brushing is fine as it is. Put that to one side where that's off there. RLE82 says white glue leaves a mess and super glue is too brittle and breaks small parts. And Fox backs me up and says for temporary mounting painting, Chris is right, PVA glue. I'm right. I'm going to frame that comment. I'm going to take a screenshot of that and frame it. Model making guru himself saying I'm right. That doesn't happen very often. Right, so we have these. I have a tiny paintbrush. I'm not sure how to paint these actually. The barrels are going to be in gunmetal. The butt will be some sort of wood effects, wood finish. Glowy blue bits somewhere in it. So pretty much I'm going to start on the barrel on that. So what I'm actually going to do is grab a couple of my patented grippy sticks. I'm going to grab them by the butts so I can manipulate them easily. I've got another stand to put it in when I need to not paint it. I'll move these out of the way. And I'm going to get some gunmetal out on my dry palette. let's have a look. Just a little blob of that. Far too much that I'm going to use, but it's only 2 or 3 drops because, you know, it's a tiny thing. It's only going to be 2 or 3 drops. Now, as the first colouring, I'm not too worried about what else it covers because I'm going to be painting over pretty much all of it. So I'm actually just going to go in and get the entire barrel assembly done. There's a little tube sort of in the middle there that doesn't really show up until it's painted. So I think that's going to be some of the glowy blue bit. So I might need to redo that in white to get some highlight in there afterwards. There we go. One down. Also, what have we got? A little bit at the top there, I think I'll get in. To do any fine detail work on this, obviously I'll need to slip in with the magnification, but as I haven't decided what I'm going to be painting yet, I'm not sure yet. There's a big barrel thing at the back there. I'll do that in glowy colours as well. So let's get, this is in the holster. This is one that's in a holster, so that needs to be some sort of leathery type. So let's get the body of it done in gunmetal as well, at least to start with. And we'll see what I want to work around it later. So how is everybody? As I say, this is only going to be a shorter show than normal, so we can all go across to Model Making Guru's channel and watch his premiere and see if it works. Because I've also been, I say, invited to use the premiere function, but I think pretty much everybody has, I think. It's just a way of streaming a new released video for the first time and providing live chat with it. So it's quite an interesting idea. So it's like a film premiere, but just for a YouTube video. Right, let's see. All boy says, grab him by the butts. Oh, missus. George is in, saying hello, hello, hello. What's all this in? Hello, George. Welcome. I'm going to get the big one done because you can't go wrong doing the big one, can you? That should have been the first one should have done. Then I can use that to figure out what colours I'm going to use everywhere else. So there's going to be lots of detail work, and I'll try and do a lot of it on camera, but the problem is having to get your head into the way of the camera basically to paint a lot of things nicely. So I'm still trying to figure out on a camera angle that works for all of us, for you and for me. Should use the bigger brush for the bigger piece, but there we go. This is what I've got to hand. It's not really huge. Right. That's the barrel done. Boys has been mostly assembling the Stormwolf, magnetising the kit so I can use both variants. Ooh. Fox threatens to buy me some bigger brushes. I've got some horrible bigger brushes somewhere, but doing the little guns is fine with this. But I didn't remember that I had the bigger gun to pick up and do. So shh. Don't make me heckle. There we go. Get that down there. Did you like my new title sequence? Anyone that was here for the beginning? Well, not really title sequence, just the starting soon thing. I've been playing around and found one that I like it better than the stationary one. What did you think? I think I've got the bit with the music working, and trouble is I have to manually mute it down. I don't know if Fox has got a different way of doing it. If he just starts he's probably worked out a playlist that's the right length and fades it himself, but I've got to drag the little slider down to make it go quieter when I want it to. Again, if I continue doing this sort of thing, then I'll figure out better ways around, and new technology will be incoming. Let's see, what should I do? This bit in here, I think. Let's see. LD's in. Evening, folks. Groovy, another one for Sunday. With the premiere, it's a hat-trick. Yeah, indeed. This week's a three-for. And oh boys, there's that brush is tells Fox that brush is big for 1/66 scale. Yeah, this is a 4.0 brush, which is ideal for what I normally paint. The 144 stuff, I can get some good detailing in there. But yeah, right. Fox says, I missed it and just checked it now. It looks good. Just need to drop down the desktop volume when it's music. That was way too loud. Okay. The music's too loud. I've got to wake people up. Got to make sure people are all awake and ready to watch the stunningness of the show. But yes, okay, thank you. Appreciate all the feedback. Another gun done. Right, let's grab another stick and get another one done. LD says 2 unlimited, no limits would be a cool intro. Evening Dead. Right, what we're doing? Barrel. That's where I was. Yeah, that inset bit's definitely going to be glowy. Now that's going to be a chance to use thinned down bright blue something or other as a wash that will build up in stages and layers. That would be fun trying to figure out how to do glowy bits on that. I can see the chat moving. Oh, Ray's in. Ray from Malta. Hello, Chris. Hi, Ray. I think Fox is only here because he feels bad about jumping in and doing his premiere in the middle of my live stream. So he sort of thought, I'll turn up in person, give him the celebrity status for this video, and then I won't be so cross when everybody disappears. But no, as I say, I'm going to make this a shorter stream today, so I'll be finishing just before 9 o'clock if anyone came in late, due to Fox doing a premiere event of his 40k part work thing. Around there, on the other side of the hook. I just realised that I adjusted the focus for this being a little bit further away than the camera than this. I hope it's still visible to all of you, most of you, any of you. I'm sure I had another hook there a minute ago. There it is. Another clip. So what have I got? 3 more to do. So I've done 3 to go. I'm halfway. I've also been working on the Star Wars tanks. The I can't remember what they call them now. Striker mobile something tank from Rogue One, which will be up on the channel soon. I wasn't sure how many parts it was going to end up taking to make the things, but I think I'm going to release the video of the tanks as the first part, and then probably do the tyre and the U-wing as separate videos. So it's a whole build paint done of each of the vehicle types, rather than trying to do them all in one and make it a hideously long video. I think I'll just do separate videos for each vehicle type that's in the box. And assuming Fox's premiere thing works, I'll be doing a premiere of the first issue of that. So stay tuned on the channel. Keep an eye out. Keep your notifications turned on, and what does everyone say? Ring the bell. Ring the bell for subscriptions, and like and subscribe. And the screen's turned off again. Right, move me paints out of the way so I can see all of the chat instead of just the top bit. Fox says, amusingly, YouTube decided to randomly change my premiere to 11 PM. I've changed it back. So, yeah, I petitioned YouTube because I said, hey, I'm on then. Move it. And they said, okay, yeah, we'll move it to a more convenient time for you. How's 11? Two more. One more stick. LD says, who's on the red carpet? Well, we've got Fox in. So Fox is the princess on the carpet, and he's always the princess on the carpet. I assume everybody that's into computer games has been playing Red Dead. I was doing it a bit this afternoon. I did actually finally manage to punch a horse in the face when I was trying to get onto it. They don't like that. Luckily it didn't kick me off a cliff or anything fatal. I just had to get myself up and then run back and find the horse again, because he'd run away a little bit. But we're all good friends again now. It's all okay. No horses were harmed in the making of this game. There's lots of deep things in it. Crafting and making of things and upgrading of everything. So there's lots to learn. I'm considering starting again once I've learnt how to do stuff, so I can enjoy it doing it rather than trying to learn it again. But I'm not sure. I think the game's big enough that there's enough still to go on and learn while I'm playing. There we go. That's that one with another one with a holster on it. So go around that. And we're on to the last one, which has got a blade on the end of it. Stabby gun. Right. Fox says, I am a princess, and Dad agrees and says, yes you are, and he's changed his name to Dad. Fox says, I punched my horse by accident. I also spent 5 minutes reading a book about mushrooms. I haven't found a mushroom book yet. I did find a mushroom on top of a hill, a cliff, while I was trying to find some treasure. Didn't find the treasure. Got attacked by something. I don't know, some sort of... it wasn't a wolf. I don't know what it was. It bit me before I could identify it. And then we both fell down a cliff and I died. So I'll go back and find out what animals are in the area and find out what it was that killed me. D says he wants to be a gardener. Darren Stride says, haven't got RDR2. Every time I see RDR2 written down, I think R2D2. And I get confused because I'm also building the half-scale R2D2. And I'm in a couple of Facebook groups that do post about R2D2. And I keep seeing it listed up, and it takes me a minute to figure out who I'm talking to and what they're talking about. But yes, it's definitely worth it. It's going to be massive. Darren Stride says, short answer, yeah. Fox says to Darren, short answer, yes. Long answer, yes. Yeah, I think we're agreed that it's a big game. It's lots in it. I know games aren't cheap now. I think I've seen it in Tesco's or whatever, like £50. Online might be a little bit cheaper than that. but apparently the story itself is 60 to 80 hours, and that's sort of without doing any side quests and playing around and falling off cliffs with horses and things. So even if it's just the main story that you do at 60 hours, then it's less than £1 an hour. Can't go wrong for £1 an hour, can you? I don't think you can go wrong for £1 an hour. And that's just about finished that colour on these guns, which is convenient because the paint's just starting to dry out a little bit. Let's see what's going on in the chat. We have Fox is happy because Daddy's dead. LD doesn't want to be a princess. Prince King. Dad says Fox made me do it like he made me do Warhammers and other things. Yeah, Fox is an enabler. He gets everybody to do these Warhamsters and Gundams and all that sort of thing. Doesn't think anything of, telling people go and make that, go and do that. It just bullies them into it. Bet it wasn't a Rad Scorpion. No, I'm pretty sure it wasn't a Rad Scorpion. That's from the futuristic version. Right, I have done those, so I'm going back to the first gun again. Where are we? 26 minutes, so we're almost halfway through, and I've done virtually nothing. I'm going to see if I've got anything that's sort of leather-like that I can put these holstery things. I've got, what have I got down here? I've got mahogany. That's quite dark leathery. He says Darren says next purchase has been decided. Yeah. Fox says it makes up for the fact I'm having no desire to get Fallout 76. No, I didn't get the last Fallout yet. The whatever it was, 4, 5. See, I don't even remember what number it was. 4. I want to say 4. Is 4 the one that's just happened? Fox will know. He did a lot of that. Fox says, Gross models. My playthrough will be 5 to 6 hours of story missions, 800 plus hours of pootling about doing my own thing, and another 2,000 hours of reading books about mushrooms. No doubt. Right, so I've got this dark brown that might be a bit too dark over black. Don't know, we'll see. Let's get it covered on and then we'll see. It will need some sort of detail work with the extra straps and things on there as well. Don't know what these tubes are, but I don't know. I don't know anything about these Warhammers, as I'm sure anybody that's watched more than a couple of minutes of this stream will understand. I've got no idea. Some sort of gun, but I don't know what type of gun. I'm sure it's got a name. It's a laser carbine something or other, so yeah. This one has got a holstery thing on it as well. Will RDR2 make an appearance on your channel or Team Inept? Darren Stride says. Yeah, it won't be on this channel because this is just purely, well, I say purely model making, but that was the original theory, but then it had some noodle streams in it as well. But yes, it's ideal for Team Inept. Paul was going to be streaming some of it the weekend, but then he didn't. He said he was going to do it on Friday, and then I think he just played and forgot to stream it. But yeah, keep an eye on Team Inept, like and subscribe. If Paul doesn't do it, sooner or later I will. Or maybe Fox will as well. He gets distracted. He doesn't have much chance to do Team Inept stuff at the moment. Although we keep reminding him. If he's going to be playing 800 hours, you want to watch him read a book, don't you? You don't want to sit there and watch him read a book for an hour and a half. It's a space gun. A space gun, according to Fox. Yep, thank you. Yeah, space tubes. Thank you. This is why we like having you watching and commenting on videos, because of all the help you are. Right, it's got a knife on the side of that one as well, so I need to do that in the shiny metallics. I had another one in a holster there. Right, old D says, next game on the list is Bloodborne, probably going to regret it. I don't know about Bloodborne. It's not one not one's popped up on my radar. So Red Dead, I've obviously played the first one to completion. Never did the DLC for it, the Undead Nightmare. I started it and then got distracted by other shiny things. Didn't actually go back and finish it, so I'm sure I will. Well, I say that, I probably won't. I might. There is a chance that I'll go back and finish it, but it's not a great chance. Okay, that's that one. Any wooden bits to do on there? No, I don't think I will. No. And the other two haven't got holstery things, so that's it for the brown for now. John says they're tubes of the tubulation. Tube. Why does everyone like the word tube? It's a great word, lovely word. Tube. So, what's next? What should I do? I'll do something on the big one. Something different at the top here. Not shiny. The bit at the bottom, I think, and the big thing, and maybe the little bits down there are going to be the glowy blue. So something else that's going to fit in with that colour scheme. Maybe a lighter colour. Something that's going to stand out a bit more. Not the blue, because that's going to be the shiny thing. Maybe another metallic. I've got a copper. Copper's nice. It stands out quite well. Now I've only just touched that screen. Why has it turned itself off again? That's rubbish. I need to do something with that. There's obviously some sitting in it. It's a really old iPad that I've just found out. LD says, a question for a sticker. How many paint blobs on the palette? I suppose it depends on your definition of a blob. Whichever you say is going to be wrong, because I'm going to have done some more by the time you get there. There's a big green one underneath all of that. At some point I'll turn it over and use the other side. Let's see. Yeah, Fox is going to shout again because I'm not using the big brush for the big gun. There we go. Put that in there. A bit on the top in there. Just adds a little bit of variety. Makes it stand out a little bit more. Cool, like that. Set the auto lock in display options to never. Yeah, I think I didn't look at that ever, so yeah, it is plugged in, but yeah. So, am I going to have to do any of this bronzy thing on these? I don't think I am. I think I'm going to leave that with the blue shiny bit. Right. Fox says, all totally not shouting. I've missed what that was in relation to. Oh, all the paints. Right. Yeah, I should leave it on screen for a little while. You can count it. So yeah, there. The hilt is going to have to be a different colour again, and the butt, I say, going to be some sort of wooden, probably the mahogany again. But I don't really want the grip to be metallic. Don't know. I'll think about that and forget about it when I've thought about it. Right, do I need to do anything else on the ship itself now? Little control panels there. I'm going to do them in the brass while I put that out. This is what the little brush is for, Fox, you see. for doing the fine stuff. That's why I got it out. I don't know if I do all of these the same colour. Might do a couple of them in different colours. But you're not going to be able to see much of them anyway. One of the guys has got his hands over the top of it as well. There you go. It adds a bit of contrast to that. So I did the teeth things last time off camera. They came out quite well. I've finished the details on those. I still need to do the base. I was going to do it gold, but I think the gold's going to come out a little bit too much. It's going to be a bit too much, so I'll go for something darker on those. Don't know at all. Right, let's see. We've got 20-25 minutes left, so I shall find the gold and do a little bit of thingy on this. Now I'm using the Retributor armour. So what gold bits am I going to do? Steel for some of the spikes, boots and the gloves. They're sort of calling out for it, but I think it might be a bit too much. I don't know. Maybe just the breastplate sort of area. Let's do one and see what it looks like, and then go from there. So, get some of this. Trying it without magnification. No, I think breastplate's not going to work. Maybe the chest, the inside bit, not the breastplate. That'll be the best bit, I think. Sort of the under armour. Bling it up time, says your boys. Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep going for my palette. I'll move that out of the way because I'm not using that at the moment. I know Warhammer's often very blinged. Blung? No, what's the past tense of bling? So doing perhaps hands and feet isn't out of order. Looks like a DJ racking up some kicking tunes, says Fox. Yeah. DJ, I'd bite your face. That's all up the back as well, I think. So, yeah, that'll do. It's just enough of a highlight without being too much. Maybe a little bit of some of the armour at a later time, but for now, I think that'll do. Right. Old D says he thinks the new Klingons look dark elvish. Yeah, I'll see that. I still don't think I like them. I think they're fine as a character, but they didn't need to call them Klingons. I think they could have come up with a new race from a new area of space that would fit in with the story so far. Whether they've got something else planned down the line that they need them to be Klingons, I don't remember, but they could have got away with it so far. What says pie? Nom nom. Oh, because Fox said DJ pie safety. I don't get that one. I don't understand that. Might have to explain that one to me. The only safe pie is an eaten pie. Got a gun there. Should have done bits of his gun while I was doing guns. I'll have to remember exactly what bits I've done for guns. Yeah, so there's not much gold on these, but it just adds a little extra something. Of course, this one's playing its Game Boy, I think. Right in the way of where I want to get the paint. Probably should have painted them before assembly, but yeah, never entirely certain with these. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you won't. They look like they were pretty much able to get anywhere that you can see. And yeah, next time I'll probably do the same again. Wouldn't say it was terribly wrong. Fox says it's a Weeble and Bob reference that no one will actually get. Yeah, because I don't know who Weeble and Bob are. I expect, knowing Fox, it's either a daytime TV show that he hates because he's at home watching daytime TV, or it's a podcast. I would expect a podcast. Right, the girly one. She's got different armour to the others, as you'd imagine, because, you know, she's got different bits underneath the armour. So let's paint that slightly differently. Let's highlight and accentuate. Warhammer's obviously got different artists to lots of other fantasy characters, because she's pretty much covered in armour. Most girly fantasy armour is a very, very small bikini. For some reason, Warhammer don't like that. Yep, I'll do one for now. Right, are you taking paint right from the pot? Hearsay even. No, I'm not taking it right from the pot. I've got a piece of paper that I'm taking it from. Yes, I'm taking it right from the pot. Weeble and Bob was an animated web series. Very funny, hard to track down now though, it's a bit poorly archived. You'll have to tell us more. What was Weeble and what was Bob? I can't get to any of his armour on the front, but you can't. I can get a little bit under there, I think. I'm assuming Weeble was an animal of some sort and Bob was a child. That's all the dudes then. I'm quite happy with that. The gold bit, that's alright. Do need something around the leg areas, but I'll worry about that another time. Let's quickly get rid of that. I'm going to do the silver bits on the feet, on the armour, I think now. So that's back to my plastic palette and metallic something. What did I have? Steel. There we go. Steel. Vallejo or layer steel for sharp cutty things. Still waiting on finding out what Weeble and Bob were, Fox. Weeble wobbled but he didn't fall down, says the Orc Boys. That sounds about right. Yep. And Fox has just posted something. Both Weeble and Bob were eggs. Obviously, of course. Silly me. Weeble loved pie and hated PC World. Was silly nonsense humour. Okay, Pie and PC World, but they were eggs. I assume that they were sort of comedy eggs with faces and eyes and things. They weren't just, you know, normal eggs that don't move, because that would be pretty rubbish. There we go. Just get the kneecaps done into chrome because they've got the sharp bits attached to them. Yeah, I like that. I don't think they're very practical having sharp scythe-like blades attached to your kneecaps because, you know, sitting down or going to the toilet is going to be somewhat problematical, I would have thought. Sit down a little bit too far and you end up cutting your feet off. And the screen's turned off again. I'll turn that back on when I finish his feet, his legs, knees. And for next time, I will have the screen turn off time turned off. Yeah, he needs something on the arms to balance that out, I think, but that'll do. Quite like that. Yep. Right, let's see. Look it up later. After about 9:45, Fox says. Yeah, we got till 11 o'clock till your show. It's fine. George says, have you ever drank Baileys from a shoe? No. Weeble and Bob stirs something in my mind, but can't find the file. I'm not sure exactly what it is. Fox has just sent me a link to Weeble and Bob, so yeah, I'll watch that later. If I'm not suitably amused, I shall be complaining to you later on. You've just wasted 4 hours of my life or whatever watching Weeble and Bob reruns. Right, where are we? 1:45. So almost finished this week's entertainment of the Warhamster. That's a tricky one. That blade doesn't come out very far from his leg. A bit dodgy moulding on the back of that. So I'll just do a fine line and leave the rest of it black, because otherwise that's going to look a bit strange. There we go, another one done. Another one bites the dust. Fox says, put a link of the Weeble in the Gross Gang chat. I just found it. Oh man, you guys don't know Old Greg. No. I assume that's the Baileys from the True reference. Old Greg isn't something that I know. Anyone else? Might be one of them foreign things. It's like us asking you if you know 40 Towers. Probably a little bit more niche than 40 Towers. And oh, Dad's just watched it. Weeble and Bob. It's obviously not very long then. Some of these are strange. The blade on the back of this right leg is nice and sharp and pointy, but on the other leg it's just joined onto the leg fully. So yeah, the moulds are a bit not give and take, but hit and miss a little bit sometimes. Alright, Fox says, haha, I made the screen go dark. I knew Dad would like Weeble. And many others. It's the same guys that did Badger. I don't know what Badger is either, but no. I'm not going to say that, because you'll end up sending me a link to that as well. Don't want to get sucked down the rabbit hole that is Fox's TV viewing pics. Didn't he start patisserie, says the Orc Boys. Badger. Isn't that what they say at baseball matches, isn't it? I'm quite happy that I'm doing this without any magnification. I'm very proud of myself. This is when I stuff it up completely. Yeah. A little bit around that leg, that foot, that knee. Cool. That one down. Snake, it's a snake, badger, badger, badger. I feel like this chat's got away from me. Not that I ever actually, you know, had control of it in any meaningful fashion. Don't you hate it when people start going about inside jokes? Inside jokes that you're not on the inside of. On your own channel. Shouldn't be allowed. Fox says, I think I may have just helped bring Weeble to a whole new generation. I used to have Weebles. I know Weebles. I used to have Weebles when I was little. They did wobble but didn't fall down. I used to have a Weeble aeroplane. I think that did fall down, but you used to be able to get, like, I don't know, 10 Weebles in it or something. It wasn't very many. I don't remember if Weebles, there obviously used to be lots of them. Did they all have different outfits and jobs and things? Right, that's all the knees done. Yeah, little details to make them pop, and bring out the detail in the casting, the pressing, the however it is they make them. I've got a big gun I need to paint as well, so I've got a couple of guns to do. The spear I did before, so I've got a couple of guns to touch up on and do. And we've got 8 minutes until Fox's premiere. So 5 or 6 minutes, then we'll be calling it a day here. Spid's just turned up because I said we're going to go, and that's what happens. Whenever I say it's time to go, Spiddy Q8 turns up. So, it says inside jokes, as in prison humour. It could be. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I was going to do this top bit of this in Chrome, wouldn't I? Well, I've got that out. I think I'll do that, and then I think we'll call tonight a wrap. I'll go and watch Fox's show, and then go and play a bit more Red Dead. See if I can find out what it was that killed me. It's something small, it's something like dog-like. I don't know, maybe some sort of rabid prairie dog or something. Whatever it wasn't very happy. It's going to be less happy when I find it, track it down and kill it. Spid didn't get the notifiers. Yeah. It's Facebook have been YouTube have been playing around a bit with listing things when they're being broadcast and not putting notifications through for things. But can't do anything about it. There's not any other alternative to using them. Just got to hope that they get themselves sorted out. I do try and post up in advance of the shows in a few different places to give you a chance to find out that they're on and what time and where. But you know, I'm aware that some people have other things to do and they're not just sitting around waiting for me to make a video, but apparently that sort of thing happens. I don't know, I don't follow it myself. So, yeah. Thank you everybody for coming along and joining this shortened version of Warhamster Late Show. Don't forget, Thursday night, well, tomorrow night is the E-Models Monday, as ever. Myself, Fox and Skipper Ted on the E-Models channel doing the normal Monday night, chatting about stuff and what's in store, and don't know, is it my turn for what's in store? I'm going to have to come up with a theme. And then Thursday is the evening with the gang, so hopefully a couple of the crew will come along and join in for, so I've given up saying it's an hour. It's going to be 90 minutes of, again, just fun and chat basically. Come along, watch, join in the chat, give us some questions and fun and stuff to talk about. We'll show you basically what we've been making throughout the week, that sort of thing, but it's more about being able to interact with you lot rather than not being able to interact because I'm busy painting stuff and the chat goes by before I've seen it. I think that'll do that for now, and then I've got to go over the edges and tidy it up when I can see it better, but that's pretty much that. Right, let's have a look. Fox says, need to make sure you click Chris's bell. Ooh, yep. It is something thingy bell and everything, didn't pop up on my phone or tablet. I don't know, so it's YouTube playing around. Fox says, in other news, Vincent's ant colony now has its first major. Yay, ants. Yeah, woo. Spid usually gets them, but it happened last week with one of them. I don't know. It's not anything I'm doing differently, but, you know. Rusting Customs Modded says that the E-Models Monday is obviously Ted, Fox, Chris and I. Yeah, well, it's Ted, Fox, me and Ted, yeah. Tomorrow's theme is Weebles. No, it's not. And Dad says, I really must get in this week, Chris. Oh, yeah, for the Thursday night. Yes, always welcome. I'll put the link up as normal a little bit before we go live, so you can come in and, you know, chat, meet the guys that you haven't really met yet, because there's a few people in the gang that you haven't really interacted with yet. But yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming along and joining and giving me something to read while I've been painting. Same time next week, I think, is the plan. The week after, there won't be one, because it's Telford, and I'll be busy there. But next week, back, and I'll probably not think about what I'm going to do before then. I've got to do the other bits on the gun, the blue bits, glowy blue bits on guns and other things. So thanks for watching. I'll turn around and press the button now, if I can press the right button. I know I pressed the wrong one on last Thursday, but there we go. So thank you, and see you all soon. Go and watch Fox's thing now. Click on the Model Making Guru button and go on his channel and watch his premiere. I'll see you in the chat there in a minute. Bye bye.